summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
3-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him, his ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. And that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On second down now, it's Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now 3rd down and 6.
Now Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
They go play action here on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Cousins to throw it. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And he He still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, and even 40 yards.
7-yard line.
Here's Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jack Crawford, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And that'll make it 13-7.
Good. Makes the score Titans 13. Vikings.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 27, Tannehill. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tennessee.
Derrick Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards. seconds here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
First and 10 at the 19.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
11-yard line.
On first and 10, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Cook. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get... And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. 13-all. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Tannehill. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for two. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And they're going to get the two-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8.
Vikings 13.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 9-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Uncorks one for Davis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. He snags it for a pick. Track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll run it again with Henry. Not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Henry, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Return Johnson. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They run it again with Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Cousins. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And just like that, it's third down.
And 4.
To throw it is Cousins. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10.
Prime
5.
time, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
That didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now, meanwhile, the final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that'll make it third down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And in that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
For the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. 27. Listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And Wardoff has it, the tight end. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph. 45 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that
way. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll throw again. Cousins, complete. Jefferson the target. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now 4th down and 1.
4th down, Cousins. It's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start with a give to Henry. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill eluding the pressure right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Kenny McCall. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier. Kerry Hyder brought him down. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 10-yard line.